Hi, it's 10th of February 2018 at 8 p.m. Saturday night here in Australia. This is a backdrop I sometimes use in the wild jungle and sexy cams. It's Southeast Asia, looking out over the Philippines and Indonesia. The reason for I call this my neighbourhood, and this is where this particular room attracts most of the women from this area. The guys come from Australia, a few from Australia, mostly from the US, quite a few from Europe, mainly UK, but some from France, some from Germany. The room is actually owned by a Danish architect, retired. So it's a mixed bag. Okay, but I put this up to remind the Filipino chicks that there are no foreigners here. They often say, "Oh, foreigners, these are foreigners said this." No, there are no foreigners. We're all foreigners. Everybody's a foreigner to everybody else. Yeah, so I'm doing the video as a follow-up or a follow-on to the one I did yesterday. And I, yesterday I'd reached a watershed moment where I thought, okay, I don't understand everything, but I've come back into mgtow space. And I've spoken to lots of mgtow and really sort of immersed myself in the whole mgtow scene and got lots of feedback and I've tried to analyse some of the thoughts and things we've had. Because, quite frankly, I haven't been strong mgtow lately. I was back when I first started in 2013. I was very, very interested in everything that happened. But I'd sort of drifted away from it until the sexual harassment wave of attack came along. And although it didn't affect me that much, I wanted to come back and see what was happening with mgtow. So this is what I did. I jumped back into this again, and it's been great because it's given me a look at what's happening in the mgtow scene. But more importantly, it's giving me two platforms to work on. I've got the wild jungle sexy cams. There's a chick platform. You talk to women, and in here I talk to guys, and it still gives me a balance. And I'd reached a point where, as I was telling you in last night's video, I'm not angry. And in fact, I'm quite happy. And that could be in part because of what I've learnt. That it's not, or at least what I believe I've personally learned, that no, it's not the fault of everyday average women. They didn't start it. They might be perpetuating it, but it's certainly not the fault of Asian women. So, I only talk to Asian women, so I was happy about that. I thought, right, so let's change that. So forget if I'm harbouring any ill feelings toward women generally, that then Asian women should not be paying for that. So that became very clear in my mind. And the other reason I may be happy is because frankly I've just been too busy. Trying to set up a channel, you've got no idea what you've got to do to try and come up with some sort of format and do it by yourself and on the run. And I just started. I had no idea, and once I was off and running from the get-go. So I've had to scramble, and it's slowed down a bit now, thank goodness. But I had to scramble, and that I didn't think about social services or all the shit that's happened or anything like that. So the things that normally, the Medusa moments, they didn't happen. So I've actually had a couple of weeks of freedom. Plus, I haven't thought about haven't been sad for my children. So I haven't had both the things that happen when you get hit by a narc. They either leave you mad or sad. Well, I had both, mad and sad at the same time. So I've had neither. So get rid of the mad, get rid of the sad, and then you haven't got much choice. You've got to lift your spirits. And I thought, today I was thinking, look, really, 5 years ago when I started this, I wanted to do a channel then. I wanted to document my journey through mgtow, how I was going to live as a mgtow. Because when I first started, I really didn't think I was going to be able to stick it out. To be honest, I went to what we call level 5, totally antisocial. Apart from the fact that I'm talking to Asian women, is that a non-mgtow thing? I don't know. Okay, but I mean it's in cyber world, cyberspace. She's not coming around. We're not having sex. We're not doing a lot of things. Okay, we're just chatting. Yep, and most of the time they were chatting about how do I get money out of him, which I don't think I need to go on about resources or anything else like that. I only want you for resources. Yep, they do. And A, B in particular, make no bones about it. Yeah, I just want your money. Yeah. So but with I've gone back into the room now. Because I was getting to the point where I didn't want to go in there anymore, and quite a bit's happened in the time I've been away. And my mate from Australia, Crazy Kurt, has been away. The room owner was asking yesterday, said, where are you? Why don't you come back? Missing you. Where's Kurt? Missing Kurt. He's finally he's run out of money. He's broke. He's given away a fortune to all these girls, and we only realised yesterday that he's been handing out all the money, so they've been waiting for him to give them money and practising on us in the meantime, because everybody complains, fucking scams all over the place. But as soon as he stopped giving them money, that's it, they've all gone. We're all wondering, where on earth are the scammers gone? Yep, gone, yeah, because the room owner's not told me that anymore. And he's like, okay, where is everybody? And we're like, we don't go there because we're getting in the shit all the time. Yeah, so anyway, I might start going back a bit more often. Poor old bastard. Yeah, so anyway, it's changed my attitude, and I'm experimenting with different things, and I think Kurt 2022 will be interested in hearing this, because I think I want the same thing as him. I want a polygamous sort of social network. And as he says, you'll die alone, but I don't really care, because I'm living. I want to live. When I'm dead, I'm dead. Who cares whether I'm alone or or whatever. But I'm doing certain things, and there's a couple of videos in this. I'm up against the attitudes of the girls that live in this neck of the woods, which is similar in some ways to Western attitudes, probably more old-fashioned. But that's a part of it, and also the concept of polygamy. But I think I want relationships, and I don't care what anybody else says. I like the friendship and the company of a female. I also like the friendship and the company of males. But I don't want just males, and I don't want just myself. Okay? And I reckon there'll be other guys out there who are in the same situation. Yep, they can't, they're not about to risk, having a relationship in their country. It's just not worth it to them. And I don't know how they're getting on. Maybe they walk the dog or do whatever. But this, the whole point of this video is to say, it's working for me. I've been 5 years doing this now. I mean, judge for yourself. Do I look like a dishevelled old drunk? I actually don't drink. I haven't had a drink for 2 weeks. Can't believe it. I'm dripping for one. I'd love one, or 2 or 3, but 10. But I haven't had one, which is great. And as far as I'm concerned, and I don't know. I look in the camera. I think I don't look too bad. I don't know unless I'm missing something. But I could easily be sinking into alcoholism now. A bitter, angry old man. I don't think I am, and I don't want to be. And I can understand anybody getting into that situation, but I just don't want to be unhappy. Fuck it. It means they win, but it means I lose. I've lost enough. I don't want to lose any more. I certainly don't want to lose any more time. And I want to have fun and enjoy my life. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about something that happened just this afternoon. And it was a good thing for me. And maybe others will listen to it and think, oh, yeah, okay. But it's basically about what I've done. Just a couple of things that I've started doing to try and forge a new life. Create a new world, if you like, because this one it's toxic. Okay, it's just out of the question. I don't even consider it anymore. It's to me, it's just too dangerous. And I think a lot of guys will say the same thing. It's just too dangerous. But there are ways to actually enjoy female company, and we need to overcome a few obstacles, and I'll explain those in the next video. I'll just keep this one short. Okay, thanks for listening. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.